Hey folks, Lilio here, and welcome back to another video where I'm gonna look to one game between me and another guy, which is another pretty strong guy. There are some days that I've played this game, but I think to bring this game to be analyzed here because the computer the computer just put it this hating in my game, and between me and this guy I became a great player. It's what the computer says here. So it was a good game because have we have a nice static here, and so I just started to think that it should be good to be analyzed. So let's take a look. Right, I started to develop the knight with a head opening. I am trying to develop my head opening, and I'm just trying to make this opening in my repertoire. Right, I am just trying to be better. So the answer is knight f6, c4, b6, knight c3, bishop b7, and I just put the queen because I think that I I should wait one mistake. If this bishop goes to here, so I think that I can explore with the queen in the future. So I'm just trying to put it here because I want to open my bishop, and I want to bring this bishop to the d3 square. So this is the idea. And right here is the first mistake of the game. Is the first mistake of this player, right? So I've played another good play, another good move. So he made it a good, pretty damn good moves. I'm just trying to get more space in the center and with the spawns. And so now this is not what I am waiting for, because I just can take with the knight. So we exchange with the bishop, but he doesn't exchange the bishop, because what he really wants is to make this bishop goes to here to make a breakhead pawn chain here, right? So I just take it the knight. Now my opponent start to castle. He makes the castle, and I do the first mistake. The idea here is to put this pawn here, and so I just want to make a challenge with this pawn, with this guy, which doesn't has worked because he just started to attack the flank of the king. Right, I've broken my pawn chain, so I just don't want more to make the castle. I don't want to make this bishop here. I want to make this bishop goes to here, to this square g2, but I need to develop this bishop in some square, maybe here or here, and make the great castles. But I think that I can take a tempo in the rook. So he moved the rook, and now this rook is making a little well, this rook is making a pre-look into my king. So I just started to castle. He brings the bishop. and I started to fianchetto the bishop. I make the fianchetto because I just want to make this pawn here, because this pawn here can make a good well, this pawn can make a good setup with this bishop. If I move the bishop to g5 and this pawn go to here, I just can make a good way to develop this knight, but I really don't know. I just want to make it better. So he moves to start to block the look of my bishop into this rook. I moved the pawn. Now he develops the knight. I look at this knight, but I think that this knight is completely controlled because he can't move that here. And so I think that we should try to play. Looking here, I just start to think, hey, and if I just started to make it this good shape here, this simple doesn't work because if I do this, now he can make a fork with the knight into my bishop and my queen. So if I save the queen, go into here, maybe here, maybe he just look to here, and if I do this, it's just a hanging option because he can capture my queen and it doesn't capture. So I just started to thinking another line. So I just bring it the rook to look at the other rook. Here is the menace to my queen. And now I bring this queen to here because this queen now can make a little help to these pawns. And now I think which I can set up this guy in some of these squares, or maybe just taking here. So I just started to think, hey, I can just use it, this bishop, to start to making a good option is a job. And here this bishop can start to help this knight to be fixed on this square. And from this square I can just apply one fork into here in the knight and the rook. He needs to move the rook. He will need to move the king to here. Is the only square. And I just will capture this rook. Well, if I here move this guy to here, it's good, but it's not so good because he can just make it this and this. And so I don't want to make it this up. So if he makes this, he can take with the queen, and not a good option, not a good idea. But with this fork, he makes this sequence of this. I just put the knight here with the fork, and the bishop will take this other rook in another time. Now he takes with the queen, I take with the bishop, he takes with the other rook. Now I just can open this file. I can just open this column with the rook. He just put the queen, so I just think it. If I goes to here with the queen, making a little copper, it's a mistake because he can just make the queen goes to here, and this is what the computer has has thinked too. The computer says this. So the engines. So I really was looking. Hey, this king needs to walk. His king just needs to walk here. So I need to defend this rook too. So now I have a good option because now I think which he can be free of this queen. I just put it the queen because the queen was just unsafe, and so hey, I can just exchange the queens. It's better to me, I think it. So now this bishop, it's a pretty strong bishop because he can just make this help to the rook. The next step is to make this rook goes and some another square, and the other one problem is the knight. At this point, I have just 14.6 seconds on the clock and look into the checkmate, but I really have a fear of this knight here because at some moment this knight can go to I don't know, this knight can go to any type of dirty move, and no, he just moved the rook, and I think wait, this is a checkmate, right? I just need to make better, because if this rook goes to here or to here, so I just can't make so much. I just need to put this rook here and move this rook here. Is this. So he started to move the pawns, and now I am just looking to this file. I will take this pawn, and this will be one checkmate, because if I go to here, he just can do something, I don't know, right? Maybe he can just do this. Wait, not this. Looking to the rook. And so this is a checkmate. Right? But if he moves the rook, which is the best move, I just put this guy here, and I just moved this guy here, and this checkmate in just some end moves, because I just now control this square, and now I can control all of this square. So I lose it this game because the time wasn't the best. I tried to play some best games with this, and I'm playing games with 3 minutes on the clock because I want to be better in the games of the rapid games where you have 10 minutes on the clock. So it's working for me. I'm slowly going to upping my hating, but it's not the best, right? So I need to make better, but it's working. It's not the best option, but it's working for me. I'm gonna make more videos talking about that. So this is just another game where I want to bring here to show you that I lose the game, but I lose it in time, which is, well, it's not bad. It's not a tactic bad problem in the game. It's not a bad problem in the thinking, but not it's just let's talk that this is the micromanagement of the time, right? That I need to make. So if you like it of this video, I I want that you throw this in the comments. What type of game you want that I bring to here. And thanks for watching. And we will see you the next time. Bye bye, folks.